Alright, so here's the unboxing. Just to say, this box is how it exactly came to me. There's handles on the side here, which is kind of cool. This one I can't really push in, but really, they just slapped the mailing label right on here. This is, well, I scratched it all out, but that's the mailing label. There's no box surrounding it. This is how it came to me. I do like the fact that there's handles in it, but this is a retail carton rather than what I would consider a shipping carton, so I thought that was a little interesting that they didn't put it in a bigger box. But alright, so here we go. Let's see what's in here. That looks good. Let's see here. So right at the tippy top here, we've got some sort of little filter cleaning tool and instructions. So this, I presume, is some sort of a cleaner tool or something that you'd use to clean the filter or some part of it. And then of course they have, you know, whatever, the solution guide here, 25% off coupon. That sounds like a decent discount rather than like 5% or something. So that's cool. There's that. Alright. So let's see here. First thing off the top is what looks like some accessories. Things are falling all over the place here. Obviously there's going to be some assembly required. So get all of this stuff out of here. You know, I'll put this on the floor. And here we go. So this is what was on the top. And the little upholstery thingy. More stuff. Certainly cardboard. There's some more stuff. Toss that back in the box. What else is on the top here? This is on the top. This seems, I think this is the tank. Looks like a tank to me. More cardboard. Not sure what this is. This is another thing. There's tape on here. Oh, okay, it's a thing. More cardboard. A bag. Oh, it's a hose bag. Okay, so that's what that is. We'll put it on a chair. This is the meat and potatoes of it right here somewhere. I think that's what this is. It's a bag that's got a little, they tied it like you might have a trash bag. And, oh, there's another piece on here. Alright, here we go. Let's bring this up. Whoop. Alright, so that's what that looks like. Try to keep it in camera here. Move over there. There's that. That. And, oh, okay. So this is the part of it that does all the work, presumably. Alright, more plastic. This is another piece here. I don't know what that is. So we have a lot of pieces. See, I think I got it all off here. I do not know what this is, but it's taped up and it's really tight. So let's cut that. See what's in here. More. Oh, okay. So this is a wand of some sort. I do not know. Looks like there's a good length of cord on here. Not bad. There's a twisty tie in the cord. And there you have it. I think we've got it pretty much undone here. Yep. So let's take a look at what the camera, this is, you get an idea of the size of it. And that's what it looks like underneath it. So there, that is our unboxing. We're going to give this a shot, put it together, and do the rest of the review. Thank you. Alright, so here is the entire floor cleaner all put together. This tank here on top is the water tank, and it just lifts up like that, goes in the top, and just sits right back down in there. This thing is all made out of ABS plastic, so it just kind of like, it makes me wonder what the longevity of the device is going to be. Certainly we have yet to use it. This is the dirty water tank, and you literally, it just says lift the handle right there. So if you lift it, it does come out. It's easy to get out of it. And then when you want to empty it, I'm not exactly sure. We haven't tried that yet, but we are going to be, I think you'd have to take the cover off of it to empty it out. But putting it back in there is just a matter of tipping it in there and shoving it down. I did turn it on once already, and what I can tell you is that the brushes activate when you pull the handle down, and that there's hot air that comes out right here, and it's hot. So I mean, it's not like going to scald you, but it's certainly got some heat to it. And then there's suction like right in the front. This thing here looks like it's not actually in there all the way. I'm kind of wondering if that's the way that's supposed to be or how that works. I have not used it. I'm going to use it on a carpet first. I think you can use it on a hard floor. I don't know if I should try it on the shop here. There's too many metal shavings and things like that that might get in here. I want to try it on an actual carpet. This is the way that you take the brush off. So take basically both sides of it. So the brush actually comes out, and I can make these turn like that. I'll turn it real slow, but I'm assuming that these things really get a good go. And then I don't know much about how the motor on the inside of it is, you know, what kind of a motor it is. I assume that it's just a commutatorless induction motor like you'd have with a clock. I don't really know how powerful it is. I'm guessing it's not a brushless motor. I'm guessing that the vacuum motor in here is a pretty standard 2-pole with brushes and whatnot. I haven't taken it apart yet, so I can't tell you exactly anything about the motor. I'm really hoping that as time goes on, we see fewer and fewer brushed motors. It's easy to make a brushed motor, but I'd like to see brushless pretty much in everything. I'm a big believer in brushless motors. Oh, okay. So then, in the back of this, you have a tank for the solution, and so you put your concentrate directly in here. This opens up like this, and you put your concentrate in there. Now, it comes with this stuff here. This is what it actually comes with, a little bottle of it. It's pretty well hidden in the packaging. I had to dig to find this. I was kind of concerned that they didn't give me the solution that the listing says is supposed to be included. This is toxic, so we're not going to use this. We have actual dogs who put their mouths and tongues and noses and other things and paws actually on the carpet, and then of course they lick the paws, and so definitely toxic. If you had dogs, or you're moving into a place where the previous people had dogs, I think this is the stuff you're going to want to use. But we're going to use this, and Amazon sells this. We just had this delivered to us not too long ago, and this is what we're going to use in the carpet cleaner. It did get some pretty decent reviews, so I'm kind of hoping that we'll get some
some good results with that. Not going to use the toxic stuff where the dogs can get to it. So that's that. What we're going to do is I'm going to take a picture of the carpet or a video of it before and after, and so a video of me actually using the device, and just so you can see what it looks like when it's being used, and what it sounds like, how loud it is. So I can plug it in and turn it on here. I just plug it in here too. And when you turn it on, if you don't have it reclined, it just makes, you know, it does the vacuum. A lot of air going through there. Suction here. You can feel it when you put your hand there. And once again, heat coming out just behind the brushes. So the way you use this is, you know, you push it forward and you wet it, and then you pull it back, so with the brushes, and then suck it up. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a shot. Give it a shot. Hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully there's a fill line on here. And so I'm also going to put distilled water in here. I'm not gonna, because our water, we have all sorts of things to try to take the well water, which you wouldn't want to even see it, filter the iron out of it, and we've got a water softener, and we have to chlorinate the water after we soften it. And so I'm just going to take out all the variables and put distilled water in here. So we're not putting anything that except pure water into this. So thanks. We'll be back with more.
So I bought this Hoover vac, and actually this is the water basin. So just so you know, this water basin belongs to the Hoover vac, which is here. Okay, so here's the Hoover vac that I bought. I bought it in May. It's now January. I've only used this thing like a handful of times. And when I say a handful, I mean literally less than 5 times. So got this little guy here, okay? Hoover vac, right? Alrighty, so had an incident the other night with toddler, and so we cleaned and it worked fine. However, this piece, which goes into the basin, which actually is not supposed to be removable, was actually just kind of hanging out, floating in there, right? So what you do, you take this off, you put water in, you feel it, you carry this little handle, you take it in there, you put it on the thing, right? Well, when this came out, I'm pretty handy. I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it together, pop it in. So I figured, okay, here, there are 3 screws to go here. I took the screws off. So I take the screws off thinking this is going to open it up, right? And I can put my hand in there and fix it myself. Well, check that out. So I can't fix it myself unless I break this thing. And now I either have to buy a part or try and resell this steam cleaner. Before this, I had a Bissell. I'm fairly certain I'll probably never buy a Hoover again. I'm seriously pissed off because I really plan to do a lot more cleaning, and now it's ruined because of this stupid thing. And what's crazy is that I wouldn't even be that upset if I could just, you know, I could just put my hand in there and twist the thing and, you know, pop it on. I'm going to see what I can figure out, but yeah, this design is flawed. It doesn't clean as good as a Bissell either. So just, if you're debating between this Hoover vac and a Bissell, get the Bissell.
So all the things are full. It has not turned on in over a month, so it's not overheated. It is cool to the touch. I've cleaned it. It has a little bit of residue left in it, but I've cleaned the filter and everything. Here I go to plug it in. As you can see, this outlet and plug works. And here I go to turn it on. Click, nothing turns on. Click, nothing turns on. Click, nothing turns on. Let's try doing it in different mode. Click, nothing turns on. Absolutely no sound, nothing. No belt, no nothing. Just a click, and it does not turn on. I'll try putting it in a different outlet. Excuse me. As you can see, this outlet works because the light's on. Move, dog. Click, nothing. Click, nothing. Click, nothing. Let's turn it in deep clean mode. Click, nothing, click, nothing, click, nothing. It does not work.
So I have 2 dogs, and I just shampooed my carpet, and I take care of my rug. I vacuum when needed and shampoo my dogs when needed. They have 2 beds. Just got the Hoover, had a Bissell, was kind of upset with the Bissell, so I said, let me try the Hoover, and I'm pretty impressed with it. Can't believe my carpet's that dirty, and it's really pretty dry. It's just a little damp. It's not wet at all. So I'm impressed. Did really well. I give it 5 stars.
Okay, you put whole body weight on it, and then you touch the handle, and then what I did was, you see this, I adjusted, and I moved it around, and then all of a sudden the water started, going, as you can see. So mostly at this, and then I kept pulling the trigger. You see, now the trigger is hard. At first it was loose. So basically all you have to do is assemble, like move this a little bit. It's not on tight. So once I did that, then it just started working.
Alright, so here's a video of the actual scrubber. I already used it to scrub the carpet. It's great. It comes with a little solution tank, and here is where the clean water goes. And then I had the dirty water in the sink because it was pretty disgusting. It's very easy to maneuver. That's how you turn it on, and then this is how you take it out of an upright position, and then you close.
Show y'all a quick difference. This new Hoover carpet cleaner, how good it do. This is this side I've cleaned. This side I'm going to. This is the difference. That's really good. Definitely recommend it.